Hello you CSGO fans. I hope you're all doing well on this swell morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you guys are around the world. Welcome back, and as per usual, all of today's stories will be timestamped down below. I'm super excited to talk about this one, and especially when it comes to a team like Cloud9, I'm always very excited to see your reactions about this kind of stuff because latest rumors, again, brought to us by, surprise, surprise, that's going to be Decay. It's going to be Cloud9 seeking and a target to acquire the ATK roster. Now, I've actually had some quite a few minutes, quite a few hours, I should say, to think about this one, guys, and really think about my approach when it comes to analyzing this choice by a Cloud9 team who we all know has been under some tumultuous changes over the past year and a half to 2 years. And I think this one, you know what? I'll say it, guys. This one makes sense. This Cloud9 acquiring of the ATK roster, for the most part, it makes sense. Now, I will obviously say this is a 5-man roster, right? They have 2 league spots, which does make sense. They qualify for ECS Season 9. They qualify for next season of Pro League. That's 2 league spots right away with the core of ATK, which we expect them to keep, obviously, for those spots. They get that right off the bat. That's a pretty big W for a lot of teams out there, especially as we approach an unknown league season come next year. We'll see how that does apply to a lot of teams out there, given the spots they already hold. More information on that coming sometime soon. The main concern, of course, being the 5-man roster. And Cloud9, they still got Mixy Boy. They still got Mixwell on that roster. You might be thinking, of course, when it comes to analyzing the slumps that all of the Cloud9 members pretty much had over the past few months with that roster. I understand that, but you got to think when it comes time for looking at peak form, a guy like Mixwell can maybe fit a role inside this new ATK roster. I don't know if they're willing to change that, though, and actually give him a shot. And the question does begin to be, where will Mixwell go if Cloud9 will not be his new home if they do acquire the full and entire ATK roster? You look at the roster themselves, they haven't made too many giant changes out there. You lose Black Poison because he's just that good. He has to be bought and go somewhere else. You lose a guy like Sonic who goes to Envy and then comes on right back. I don't know if ATK will be making changes, but the giant question over my head is where will a guy like Mixwell go? Besides that, though, why this makes sense is because the goal now is no longer for Cloud9 to win a major. Everyone knows that. They did it, and now the goal is actually to make a major. And when you look at a roster like ATK, what they've done so far in terms of North American play and some European play and the teams they can compete against, and when it comes to focusing on a North American qualifier, this team has a shot to make the major. And if Cloud9 returns to the major and they get two league spots and they have a decent roster out there, crack the top 20, maybe the top 15, if they can grow together and not make changes and just play it out. If they can make the major, retain 2 league spots, and do okay, given the last 2 years of Cloud9, that's a victory. That's success. That's why, as of right now, this does make sense. Cloud9 targets to acquire the ATK roster. Will they make changes for Mixwell? I have no idea as of right now. But for me, just a blanket statement out there, first thought statement, it makes sense. Cloud9 is trying to make a major based off available teams out there, available talent. This is about all they could get. Also, I love Floppy. The guy's an absolute grinder. As many of you guys probably do not know, an underrated story out there, spent so many seasons of Mountain Dew League and all of a sudden potential to not only join the Cloud9 roster, but also make these leagues. A huge congrats. This team deserves this shot as well. Just want to make that note. I also did want to note as well, just a quick side note out there because I put it in the thumbnail. It's kind of very peculiar as well. A guy like Subroza, again, futures in CSGO, they're so, it's such a tough career choice. When it comes to a guy like Subroza, though, I definitely take his words to mind as well. When he talked about the old Cloud9 roster, who he got a very short stint with, we all saw the mentality fall off with Cloud9, right? When they showed up, they just didn't show up. Some events, especially the Blast Pro event, I do believe Subroza is referring to, no practice. That makes complete sense. That is one of the worst performances I've ever seen in CSGO history. If you guys remember that Blast Pro event, I think from the top of my mind, I believe all 5 players were the lowest rated players of the entire event. But that just goes to show you the old Cloud9 roster, the mentality was not there, the structure was not there. You feel bad for a guy like Subroza and wish him the best of luck as well. Hopefully the new Cloud9 roster is a refreshed mentality, and I think ATK does bring that to the table. Anyway, sorry, moving on, next topic out there, guys. All around Brazil, it is now also further confirmed that's going to be Lucas outside of MiBR. They're going to be actually acquiring Meyern from the Sharks. It's all been announced last night. You know, a lot of comments out there about, you know, the least rated twin, the lower of the 2 twins. MiBR got the wrong twin. I really don't care about those comments. I wish Lucas, of course, the best of luck in the future. Henny, by the way, if you guys missed that, currently on Fury, he's reworking and renewing his visa issues, so he will not be replaced on that roster. It would be incredibly ironic to have both twin brothers be replaced at the same time. Cloud9. That is not the case. Lucas is now off the MiBR roster, starting roster, I should say, and Meyern is now in. And, well, you know, what do I say here, guys? We just spoke about Cloud9, MiBR slowly becoming the Cloud9 of South America. So many changes here and there that just aren't, you know, we don't know what to expect. Let's be quite honest about this. I have no idea what to expect. This is just like Envy signing Assam, just like any other team out there signing a new young gun, Mousesports signing Frozen, Complexity signing a guy like Obo. This maybe makes sense for potential out there, right? The potential of Meyern could be there. Is it there? We got to wait and see. Lucas out, Meyern in. Also confirmed a Brazil major in Rio de Janeiro. Let the debate begin about safe cities out there, and yeah. It's not for me to discuss, guys, okay? I've never been there, and I've never really fully researched the city in itself and its safety. All I go off is many pro player statements, many talent statements about how it's going to be a very interesting event. Now, with that, I think more importantly, Brazil, congratulations. It's going to be a great major. Let's be honest, guys. The loyalty there, the passion there will be unmatched. It probably will be, I'll stick to my statement, one of the best majors we ever see, as long as everyone stays safe. More importantly, though, this actually does confirm majors for 2020, at least this one, they're staying at $1 million prize pool, which I haven't seen anyone talking about. I'm not going to get pissed right now. Maybe I'll bring it back up later on Twitter or something. But yes, $1 million prize pool for the major, which will be in Brazil. Best of luck to everyone going and coming to Brazil. That won't be for quite some time, but still a very exciting announcement. It should be a great major event. Until next time, I hope you guys all enjoy. I'm going to go to the doctor today. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. My wrist has been very much bothering me. If you guys have noticed, over the past 3 to 4 weeks, I've had a wrist guard on. I took it off today because it makes my hands smell. I know that's probably too much information. I'm going to go to the doctor today, and hopefully it's not a mortal wound I've incurred in my hand. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Drink some coffee. I'll see you boys back here tomorrow or later today. I might be back. I don't know.